Thank you, Vanessa. Seeing no questions. Next, I have Eric Rasmussen to my right, followed by Alicia Van Kuren to my left.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of the committee. I'm glad I came today because I have a kind of a different view than almost everybody else, I think. I'm something of an expert on how universities persecute conservative Christian professors. I know a lot about professors generally. In fact, Mr. Smith's not here, but Dr. Maffeo is a liberal professor at IU Northwest who is heavily mistreated by the university. And one thing we might do is ask the university how much they spent settling their case with him this last year. Anyway, we're all tired, so I'll just tell lots of stories. Okay. Well, in 2019, my provost and dean called me sexist, racist, homophobic, reprehensible, vile, stupid, bigoted, and loathsome. And that's just what they said in public about it. By now, I've retired, and that was for tweeting something about geniuses being predominantly male, with high IQs, low conscientiousness, and low agreeability. So, thank you for telling me. Anyway, by now I've retired. I'm teaching 7th grade math, without a teaching license, I should say. I'm teaching some kids who were held back, and work for these few at least. And encouraging free speech, most recently teaming up with Jim Baum to write an amicus brief in Net Choice v. Paxton. Stories. Let's see, Representative Delaney said, why aren't the trustees doing their job? What's stopping them? The answer is, there's long distance between the trustees and the action. The finance department at the business school a few years ago had 6 candidates they were recommending to want to make a job offer to. All 6 flunked their DEI statements, and the administration only let them make offers to 2 who, as women, were kind of honorary passees of DEI. So they're already, you see, we are losing the faculty because of DEI statements. This bill would help with that. Another case, a retired professor defended me in a letter to the editor of the newspaper. He had been a very popular teacher and was not invited back the next year to teaching, even though after he retired, he had been teaching several years. These people can be vindictive. Let's see. Mr. Delaney also talked about how a liberal political science professor and a conservative poli-sci professor could kind of balance each other. But are there any conservative poli-sci professors? Of the 27, there's maybe one that I think could be, though my colleagues might correct me. In law school, of 42 professors, there's not a single conservative. There was one who retired 5 years ago. Let's see, Dan Smith spoke earlier. He was associate dean during my 2003 counseling, after which I received tiny raises for several years. The associate dean after him called me to her office and said, Eric, are you happy with things here? Because she was worried I might leave after that kind of treatment.
Eric, your time has expired. So
okay, thank you. Go on and on.
We appreciate you sharing. Thank you.